Assalamualaikum. In today's episode, we revisit an application of Newton's first law of motion. Using the concept of static equilibrium, we determine two unknown coplanar and concurrent forces acting on a given hanging object. So just hang on till the end of this video. Watch and learn. The question is, in a repair shop, a truck engine that has mass equal to 409 kilograms is held in place by four light cables. Cable A is horizontal, cables B and D are vertical, and cable C makes an angle of 37.1 degrees with a vertical wall. If the tension in cable A is 722 newtons, what are the tensions in cables B and C? Use acceleration due to gravity, g equals 9.80 meters per second squared. Take note, in this problem, we are neglecting the mass of each cable, hence the word light cables. And that the body where the forces are acting is under the state of static equilibrium. To emphasize in the question, cable A is horizontal, cables B and D are vertical, and cable C makes an angle of 37.1 degrees with a vertical wall. The tension in cable D directly counteracts the force of gravity on the engine. It is directed upward and is equal to the weight W of the engine. Each of these forces have been represented by vector arrows in our pre-body diagram. There is no need to include tension D in cable D, all right, here in our vector diagram, because we are considering only the four forces, such as the three tension forces TA, TB, and TC, as well as the weight of the engine, W, as they are considered external forces acting on an imaginary particle P represented by the dot symbol. So all these four forces, except the tension TD, are directed away from the imaginary particle P. Whereas the tension in cable D is directed into the imaginary particle P, which suggests that it is the reaction force exerted by particle P on the engine. The engine is pulling particle P downward, and particle P is pulling the engine with an equal but opposite force that is directed upward. We are also assuming that all the vector forces included in our vector diagram are said to be coplanar. That means they all lie on the same xy plane. And likewise, all these forces are also concurrent. That means they will all intersect at a common point, all right? The point that is represented by the imaginary particle, point P. So moving on, with our solution, we have the mass of the truck engine equal to 409 kilograms, and its corresponding weight, W, is computed and is equal to 4.01 times 10 to the third power Newton, right? The tension TA in cable A is also given equal to 722 newtons, and this is directed to the left of the imaginary particle P. And our target variables are the tension TB as well as the tension TC. All right? The tension TB is directed vertically up, while the unknown tension TC makes an angle 37.1 degrees with a vertical. All right? Since the truck engine is in static equilibrium, we say that the summation of the horizontal forces acting on it must be equal to 0. All right? Which means that the tension TCX, or the X component of tension TC, must be equal in magnitude but opposite in direction to tension TA, which happens to be 722 newtons. So in our diagram, we have here the X component TCX of the unknown tension TC, right? So TCX is directed to the right, exactly opposite to the force tension A, while its vertical component, represented by T sub Cy, is directed downwards. All right? We can therefore express the tension Tc as being equal to tension Tcx divided by the sine of the angle 37.1 degrees. And since Tcx, all right, is just equal to 722 newtons, that makes tension Tc just be equal to 722 newtons divided by the sine of the angle 37.1 degrees, or doing our math, we will get the magnitude of the tension Tc equal to 1.20 raised to the third power Newton in 3 significant figures. Also find the y component of the tension Tc. That is, Tcy equals Tc multiplied by the cosine of the angle 37.1 degrees. Right? So Tcy is equal to 1,200 newtons multiplied by the cosine of 37.1 degrees, and that is equal to 957 newtons in 3 significant figures. And again, applying the law of equilibrium, all right, or the vector summation of all forces along the y-axis must also be equal to 0. Thus, the tension TB must be equal in magnitude to the vector sum of Tcy and weight W. That is, TB must just be equal in magnitude, all right, to the sum of Tcy plus W, or substituting, we have 957 newtons plus 4.01 raised to the third power Newton. So finally, we get the value of the tension TB in three significant figures equal to 4.97 raised to the third power Newton. And as indicated in the diagram, it is directed away from point P or vertically upward. If you notice in this problem, the two cables A and C actually are not necessary to keep the system in static equilibrium, right? In the absence of cables A and C, the tension in cable TB, which are going to label as TB prime, is just equal to its or to the weight W of the engine, that is 4.01 raised to the third power Newton. All right. With the presence of cables A and C, just like what is given in the problem, all right, where we got the value of tension TB equal to 4.97 raised to the third power Newton. So it's obvious that without the cables A and C, the tension in cable B would even be less, all right, compared to if there are cables A and C. So without cables A and C, the tension in cable D, we say, is decreased. What does that mean? The additional cables A and C are just, in a way, useless, all right? In fact, cable C just adds more strain to cable B as far as keeping the engine suspended or in a state of static equilibrium. And that concludes our video lesson. Till the next episode. Mabuhay. Masya Allah. Alhamdulillah. Thank you very much for your indulgence. Please follow me in my Facebook page, Watch and Learn. And please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel.